Hey everybody, welcome back for another quick video with me, Warren Wermit, otherwise known as the Print Whisperer. Do check out the website. Today I'm sitting here with Rod Franson of Carlson Printing. Almost lost it there for a second.
Yeah, no worries.
How's it going with you today?
Oh, very good. And yourself, Warren?
No complaints. It's a
Awesome.
beautiful Friday. No, it's an ugly Friday, but it's one day closer to spring.
I hear you.
So we just want to have a quick chat, or I want to have a quick chat.
Sure.
Print UV. You've been there a bunch of times. You're
Yep.
going back. Just give me the lowdown. What's good? What's not? What do they got to change, if anything?
Well, I'll give you my 2 cents of it, Warren. As you know, you've been to many conferences over your time in your career. I remember Hans reaching out saying that they're going to launch Print UV. At the time, we were looking at getting into UV. And, you know, when it's usually a startup conference, you wonder how efficient it's really going to be, or what are you going to really get out of it. So I planned ahead. I sent out like 15, 20 questions to them ahead of time, so they had a chance to review what it is, to try and help us make the decision to transition into UV. Ends up being, when we got out there, I was pleasantly surprised. I've been to many conferences. It was the most efficient, most informational conference I ever been to. All of our questions were answered when we were out there. I like how they set it up where you got access to multiple suppliers or vendors. You can interact with them during your breaks, before, after, during lunch breaks, with their booths, and then the after hours. Always. If you don't go there and walk away with the information that you were really there to get, then the problem is you. It's so informational, and it helped us make the decision to definitely launch into where we are today.
So I was going to say, if you walked away without the information that you went to get, it's probably because you got a whole lot of other information.
Correct.
It took your mind off the other information you wanted to get, because there's so much information.
Yeah.
When I originally went there, and I've said it before, my goal was really to walk away with one thing, because the brain capacity that I have, if you have two things, you're going to screw them both up. But walked away with some great information. And it's the people. For me, it was the people, because if you walk away not remembering, I mean, you get a list of all the attendees. You get to phone everybody up and say, what did they say? Right. And the relationships, and you keep going. I mean, if you're into UV, yes, it's a little easier today, maybe with the LED, but there's still a lot to learn and a lot to know, and a lot of the chemistry makeup. And if you want some of the special effects, where else is there better to go than to learn on the spot?
Correct. I think the network, like you were just saying, the network of personnel that you engage with out there, and bond and the relationships that you start to build with these people, like you say, they're not only become a person that you get to know, but they become a friend, and you can reach out to them at any time and point. And man, I've just seen so much shared information there, and I get it. You know, I mean, we're all in this business, and everyone's afraid, okay, you know, I can't really share this, I can't share that, which I get that part of it. But you know what? You're smart enough when you're out there that whether it's often the speakers in the conference, interacting with people that you build relationships for, you can definitely get to what you're after. And I get it. You got to still take it back to your plant and apply it. So it's still not where you're sharing information to the fact of the matter that you just gave away the house. That's not how it works. That's not how any of that business works.
Yeah, so no, I agree, but I'll tell you, and it just came to me over time about the shared thing, or people that think they have proprietary processes in our industry. I kind of chuckle at that, because, you know, there's one guy, I remember him telling me, oh, one of the chemical companies or coating companies makes me, we developed our own special coating. And I look at him and I go, really? Are you buying 100 tons a year? How many tons are you buying of the coating that they went out and developed it for you special? I said, you're a $5 million printer. They just changed the label. Right. There are no real proprietary. There's a couple with maybe some of the specialty guys, but in general. And then I always think about the sharing like this, because I've never had a problem sharing anything or ever having a person in my plant. Because sharing, it's like a recipe. right? You can get a recipe from Barefoot Contessa, she just comes to mind. Your chances are what you make isn't going to be anything like what she made.
Right.
So to me, it's always okay to share, let people learn over the time. By the time they figure it out, I'll be on to something else.
Right. And it's not like when you're out there, you're sharing accounts or anything like that. You're not I was just so impressed on how Hans and Steve Metcalf had set this up. The overall efficiency of it, the no pressure. It's like when you have those suppliers and vendors out there, it's not like they're used car salespeople where they're out there just trying to make that sale. They're trying to help you. And
it's not a commercial. They're not selling. They're selling their product, but they're not selling their product.
And the nice part, the way they have it set up with all of the booths in there, there may be competition with each other within there, but they still respect each other and they don't badmouth either one of them. Everyone you can go to, you can try and get either information from them or pamphlets of it. They're there to help you. And that's what I loved about it. And then obviously, they're picking up leads and they'll follow up with you afterwards. But like we started out, if you go there and you don't come away with something, you got to ask yourself, why did you go?
Listen, I remember one time being there talking with one of the coding companies, and it was a great conversation. And they said to me, by the way, if there's anything we can help you with, we'd be happy to. We're not even up in your area selling.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Because I think it's the one show, conference, event, I don't know what to call it anymore because it just keeps getting more personal.
Right.
Where it's really about going out, learning, and or people teaching.
Right.
I think the only way this show has gone on for, I think it's 12 years, 13 maybe, minus the 2 we just lost.
Yeah.
But for a show to go on this long and for the comments to be the same all the time, year after year,
right?
They're all positive.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we don't have to talk about all the other shows we've been to and how they've changed and shrunk and gone. And I like the fact that they keep this to the same head count.
Right.
And they're not trying to grow it.
No.
So to anybody listening, if you didn't get your tickets, if you didn't register, you're running out of time. I think just the other day they were 75%, 78% filled already with repeat people.
Yeah.
So
and then you look at how diverse it is as far as for the amount of people coming worldwide that are there. I mean, if that show did not speak for itself as far as for how it's overall conducted and how efficient and informational it is, these people wouldn't be spending that kind of money to come to it.
No, and DJ mentioned this morning that he has at West Rock, he's got people coming from 2-3 countries.
Correct.
For it, and then he oversees, I think, or speaks with 65 plants.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to do with that after 2
Yeah, me either.
I wouldn't want that job. But no, it's great. So, and you're going to be there on the 16th, or you're going to go a little earlier?
Well, that I'm still working through the details on all that right now, Warren. So
all right. Well, I'll be there the 16th on noon.
Okay.
Checking out the area, see who's coming in, try to greet as many people as I can.
Awesome.
Maybe not at the bar because I want to be standing a little later, but that's the other thing about the UV conference. The people at the bar, very impressive.
Yeah.
A lot of stamina. They go all night and they show up at 9 o'clock in the morning for the first speak.
Yeah, that's because they're way more efficient than I am.
I get that.
I can't handle that bar life.
Yeah, I'm only I can only handle it because of practice.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? It's going to be interesting this year because I think it's 2 years none of us have had practice.
Right.
That'll be
Maybe
good.
that's better.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to cut us short because we could talk print UV all day and night.
Yeah, right.
Rod, I want to thank you for taking the time to come on and help promote the show. And, everyone's just had the nicest things. Everyone's actually had the same thing to say, which is pretty good because consistency on its own speaks for itself.
Right.
So I will look to see you on March the 16th. And there goes the phone. Anyways, we'll see you on March the 16th. Right. And are you bringing anybody from the company?
I got to talk to see if Doug's coming yet or not. I haven't caught up with him yet, but it's always usually been Doug and myself that's come out. So
Bring
yeah, I'll
somebody
catch up with
young.
him. I'll catch up with him.
Bring somebody young from the company so they can
Yes.
go back excited and pass
Right.
it around and
Right.
keep it going. Right. I'm
Right.
encouraging everybody that's coming. Bring somebody young in the company. Invest in them. Show them you care. Let them go back and spread the word. You know, when we go back after shows, we're excited, but not as excited as the first one.
Right. Right.
So that's good.
Awesome.
Anyways, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
And we'll see you there. Be safe. Safe travels.
As always, pleasure to see you. And I appreciate you, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Talk to you. God bless.
Cool.
All right.
Done.